Rihanna's fashion show. I was actually just talking about how entertainers and creators, like the thought process and what goes into it, from going straight to Kanye's show to this. Like, my brain is in like inspiration overload.
I think that it's really inspiring to see somebody who executes their vision, you know? I think that's one of the hardest things. Seeing it on that scale is epic.
I love how she can take something that's very like quotidian and urban and street and make it elevated and feel like elegant, or she can take something very elegant and give it a touch of rebellious kind of swagger. She can kind of take on all different kind of looks and still have her DNA, but there's different feelings you get.
Rihanna is way more than just a pop star. She's also a global fashion icon. Robin Rihanna Fenty has widely been known and celebrated for her beauty and sense of style since the beginning of her career. But in the 2010s, her fashion looks at every single public event really made an impact on the world and brought her to icon status. She was regularly gracing the covers of magazines, doing campaigns for high fashion brands, and was even awarded the 2014 Fashion Icon Award by the CFDA. Rihanna eventually turned her strengths into entrepreneurial ventures. She struck up good friendships with some of the world's most sought-after designers, which led to partnerships and guest designing gigs. She has had great success over the years with multiple businesses, including fragrances, fashion lines, and a cosmetic company worth over $1 billion, making her the first Black woman to achieve this. Every Rihanna partnership or product launch created spectacles and sold out. Except for one. Why didn't her long-awaited Fenty fashion brand generate the same buzz as her other business ventures? Like most businessmen and women, Rihanna has experienced at least one failed business venture. You guys love when I break down celebrity fashion brands, and I realize I haven't done one in a while. I don't think people really realize just how many fashion partnerships Rihanna's had in her career. In this video, I'm gonna give you guys the history of Rihanna's Fenty fashion empire, from the highs to the lows. This video is sponsored by Babbel. When I'm not working on YouTube content, I'm always looking for some kind of activity to boost my focus and mental skills. Working on my Spanish, along with other foreign languages, has really been helping me improve my attention span, thanks to Babbel.
Hola!
For the past several years, I've mainly been vacationing in Spanish-speaking countries, and being in a foreign country and not knowing at least the basics of their native language is not okay. Esto no está bien. Babbel offers online courses in 13 languages including Spanish, French, and German. Their short 10-minute interactive lessons are designed by real language teachers, and they'll have you speaking a new language in less than a month. Babbel offers multiple cool ways to learn a foreign language, ranging from games to podcasts, and their speech recognition feature helps improve your pronunciation and accent. When you download the Babbel app, they'll ask you your goals and how much time you plan to spend on learning. Head over to my special link in the description box to get 65% off your Babbel subscription. They also have a 20-day money-back guarantee, so hurry up and get started learning a new language before your next trip abroad. Everything will be linked in the description box. Thanks again to Babbel for sponsoring this video. Rihanna's fashion business ventures all started in 2011 at age 23, when she partnered with Armani to design a capsule collection. The clothing line was comprised of items ranging from denim and lingerie, along with t-shirts displaying her Rated R logo. She was already the face of the brand, so this collaboration came easily. That year, she also executive produced and hosted the Bravo Network competition series titled Styled to Rock. The show focused on 12 up-and-coming designers handpicked by Rihanna, competing for the opportunity to create unique fashion pieces for some of the biggest names in entertainment. The winning contestant received a $100,000 cash prize, a fashion feature in Glamour magazine, and the chance to become a member of Rihanna's design team. It first aired in the United Kingdom, and a United States version followed shortly after.
Fashion and music go hand in hand. I want something that's fresh, original. I'm looking for the next trend-setting designer. we're hoping to find the next superstar designer to dress superstars. This is the biggest fashion gig. I'm super thrilled to be making this show on Skylit.
The winner of the US series is designer Sergio Hudson, who went on to have his designs worn by First Lady Michelle Obama and Vice President Kamala Harris on Inauguration Day. In early 2013, Rihanna launched a 120-piece collection with the London-based multi-channel fashion brand River Island. The line was intended to reflect her personal style and aesthetic. The collection was co-designed by her stylist Adam Selman, and it debuted at London Fashion Week.
It's sassy, it's easy, and it's Rihanna.
Just to hold the structure. The top stitching is this. Yeah, I like that.
Y'all about to really entire
All we got is right now.
When I walk into this, I'm buying all of it. It's all different. This is to dinner. It can't be that. This is perfect the way it is. Everything should be like this, but these things have to be very special like that. And that's not too many.
Prices ranged from $45 to $240 and were available in all River Island stores and their official website, while select items were available at opening ceremony.
With River Island, I mean, it was brand new in the beginning. They let me do whatever I wanted to do. I had so many things to choose from with the spring collection, and I really got to get my hands dirty and really see all these different techniques and all these different, I got so many different ideas that I wanted to use for the next time I got to design, which was for the autumn-winter collection. And I put my all into it, myself and Adam Selman, who is my co-designer. We wanted to do everything. We didn't have enough pieces to put out. I mean, I designed it for myself as well. I wanted it to be things that I really would wear, things that I love, things that I want to see in stores and pick up for myself. And that's why I could wear it. I could rock it every day.
She released 3 more collections with the company, and each one of them sold out. And Rihanna was off to her next fashion venture. The following year, Rihanna filed a bunch of trademarks under her last name for use on a variety of different items and products such as clothing, swimwear, lingerie, cosmetics, skincare, and computer software. This move let people know that Rihanna was actually serious about building an empire as a designer. Documents revealed that her company filed paperwork for the following names: Fenty Apparel, Fenty Beauty, Fenty Clothing, Fenty Cosmetics, Fenty Face, Fenty Intimates, Fenty Lingerie, Fenty Makeup, Fenty Nails, Fenty Swim, Fenty Swimwear, Boomflick, Fenty Corp, Robin, Fenty 88, Riri, and School Kills. However, she entered a legal battle with DC Cosmetics over the name Robin, which they ended up blocking her from trademarking. Later in 2014, German sportswear company Puma appointed Rihanna creative director of their women's collections. They entered a multi-year creative partnership that allowed her to take over Puma's fitness and training line, which includes apparel as well as shoes. The deal meant that she would design and customize classic Puma styles and create new styles to add to the Puma product portfolio. For Women's Wear Daily, she said, "I'm very excited about this. Whether it's apparel or shoes or accessories, I want to modernize it by highlighting the classics and going from things that make Puma Puma. Give it a youthfulness, make it hip, basically make it Rihanna." She was also named the company's global brand ambassador and campaign star. Puma had had many celebrity brand ambassadors and collaborators in the past, but Rihanna is credited for pushing the brand back to relevancy in the sportswear world. In September 2015, Fenty x Puma released its popular line of creeper sneakers. Retail prices for the sneakers started at $120, and they sold out online within 3 hours of its pre-sale launch. A men's version of the Creeper followed 2 months later in November, and the company wasted no time releasing more colorways in different fabrics such as suede, patent leather, and velvet. The shoe sold out every single time with each launch, and Puma saw a 40% increase in US sales of its women's shoes in 2015, according to the New York Post. For 2 years in a row, Fenty x Puma Creepers were the best-selling shoe on the market and was voted Best Shoe of the Year by Footwear News.
I literally would send them all my sneakers one by one, just say, can you creep this out for me? Can you creep this out for me? And eventually Puma kind of snatched me up, and from there I had to get rid of all the other creeped out sneakers and just focus on this one. And I wanted this shoe to be a part of the Fenty brand. I wanted it to be the first thing that people saw because it was what I was into at the time, and I didn't really expect people to love it the way that I do, or the way that they've supported it. It means so much to me, and to be receiving this award tonight.
In 2016, Rihanna finally debuted her Fenty x Puma apparel and footwear collection at New York Fashion Week.
It's a little bit surreal. I'm really excited. I'm just happy that everything came out, beyond my expectations, from the fabrics to the finishes to the prints. Everything is really, really great, and I'm shocked because it's a sportswear line, so I was really lucky that they allowed me to go with what I wanted to do creatively, and they accomplished everything, and I'm so happy, and I can't wait for people to see it and wear it. That's going to be the best part.
Over the course of the sub-brand's existence, they released athletic and casual fashion items like stiletto boots, faux fur jackets, crop tops, and bodysuits that were priced between $30 and $500. Fenty x Puma is also responsible for the faux fur slides trend of the late 2010s. Every single collection was a hit, and Rihanna really boosted Puma's sales. Their revenue hit $1 billion, something they hadn't done in years. Fenty x Puma got nominated for the Urban Luxe brand title at the 2017 Fashion Awards, and in September that year, Rihanna released her final collection with the company. But her fashion partnerships didn't stop at Puma. She designed 3 shoe collections for Spanish luxury brand Manolo Blahnik, which retailed for between $900 to $4,000. She created a collection of some really expensive futuristic sunglasses with Dior. She had a 3-collection partnership with the California-based sock company Stance, and also designed a 9-piece jewelry collection with high jewelry line Chopard, with prices starting at $1,500.
More pinkish.
This one is more
same
purplish,
size. This is more purplish.
which I love.
Very, very deep.
So it's gonna be that.
Yeah. That's gonna be that.
Once these releases proved to be a success and show her selling power, the pop star turned designer decided it was finally time to launch her own fashion label. 2017 marks the year of Rihanna's first major Fenty company. In September, she launched her critically acclaimed cosmetics company Fenty Beauty under Kendall Brands. Rihanna currently owns 50% of Fenty Beauty, and within 1 month of release, the company's sales were valued at $72 million. A few months later, in spring 2018, she launched another Fenty company, a lingerie line called Savage X Fenty, and she showcased the brand at New York Fashion Week that September. Savage X's affordability, inclusivity, and diversity was met with praise. The company really benefited from the decline in negative publicity surrounding lingerie giant Victoria's Secret.
Savage was such a natural outlet for me because I enjoy lingerie. I'm a woman. I like to have fun, and coming from my culture, we love to express our freedom and embrace our bodies, and I've always wanted to do lingerie and swimwear and have women appreciate their bodies and feel comfortable, because women really come in so many different shapes and sizes that it's such a beautiful thing. You want everyone to feel like they have something for them. I know what it feels like to be left out of that kind of typical cut. And so I wanted to make stuff that I felt comfortable in myself, and maybe think about things that other designers don't think about when it comes to women's body types. The price point was very important for me because I love to collect my lingerie. And so when you see a bra that's $300, it kind of hurts you, because as much as you love it, you're thinking, if that's just the bra, then I can't get the panty, and then you have to choose. And then it deters you from buying it because you want to have both. I want to have things that women feel like they can collect, embrace, and every month, because every month there's going to be something new. And I want women to feel like they don't have to break the bank just to have a panty. I mean, it shouldn't feel that hard.
But it wasn't until the following year that Rihanna finally launched her official Fenty high fashion line from scratch as a joint venture with LVMH, the French holding group that specializes in luxury goods and is in charge of many prestigious designer brands like Dior, Tiffany & Co., Fendi, Celine, and Givenchy. Her Fenty beauty line is also a subsidiary of LVMH. Fenty was launched as a fashion house, marking LVMH's first fashion house in over 32 years, and making Rihanna the first woman to create an original brand under LVMH, and also the first Black woman to head a luxury brand. 6 months before the official announcement, the head company handpicked employees from Louis Vuitton and Celine to work on Fenty, and her longtime stylist Jaleel Weaver served as the style director, while Rihanna held the titles of founder, chief executive officer, and artistic director of Fenty.
This project came about with LVMH reaching out to me and wanting to collaborate on a brand from scratch and be partners, and it was a big deal to work with LVMH. It is, and I couldn't say no. We spent a lot of time just creating my body because I'm curvy, so I know I want it to look good on every body type. I like to walk into my closet and play and put things together, so I wanted people to have that same experience here at Fenty. And I want women to feel that they can do anything and wear anything that they want as long as they feel good in it.
When Rihanna first told me I was moving to Paris, I was excited for her. I was excited for what it meant for so many people, like big outside of us, you know. Being the first person kind of hired, and then shortly after me there was the managing director. So it was really two of us in the very, very beginning, kind of in a small office, just figuring out all the things that we needed to put into place and start to build a team. The process is the best part, just having ideas and brainstorming.
Fenty was first unveiled in Paris as a pop-up store exclusively for magazine editors, journalists, and fashion industry elites to view. The line was not sold in stores, and they had no plans of doing extravagant runway shows. Instead, Rihanna went the direct-to-consumer route, only selling items on the Fenty site and hosting seasonal pop-ups for collection previews. Product launches and new collections were only announced via their Instagram account. Just like all of her previous brands, the ready-to-wear fashion would be designed around things the pop star would wear herself and things matching her vibe. Fenty carried corset dresses cut from Japanese raw denim, jackets with exaggerated shoulders, oversized pantsuits, pointed-toe mule heels, and futuristic sunglasses and accessories. Rihanna even collaborated with one of her favorite shoe designers, Amina Muaddi, to design heels for the brand, and those sold out within days. Unfortunately, after that, things weren't looking so good for Fenty House. Breaking into the luxury high fashion market was harder than Rihanna thought. Fenty was met with a lot of criticism by fans about the items being way too expensive. An average fan of hers probably won't be able to afford $300 hoodies, $900 gladiator sandals, $700 satin shirt dresses, $1,000 denim jackets, $500 sunglasses, and $400 earrings. But people fail to realize that this was a luxury brand that wasn't necessarily meant to just target fans of hers or regular lower working class people, even though Fenty was priced lower than other LVMH designers. This move is most likely what led to the demise of Fenty House. As Quartz reported, fashion lines centered on a celebrity tend to perform better at accessible prices in the mass market. This is why Rihanna's River Island and Puma collection sold so easily. A few celebrities were seen sporting Fenty like Bella Hadid, Cardi B, and Lady Gaga. But besides that, there didn't seem to be much traction and hype around the brand, especially when the COVID-19 pandemic hit only less than a year after its launch. A lot of award shows and events were canceled in 2020, so there weren't many opportunities for Fenty to be showcased on red carpets. I'll also have to remind you guys that Rihanna said that she would not put on any fashion shows to promote the brand and solely relied on social media marketing. People started noticing that Fenty's official Instagram account stopped posting updates in late 2020. Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of LVMH, Bernard Arnault, had also been noticeably silent on the Fenty clothing line, leading to speculation that Fenty was underperforming. The Chief Financial Officer told members of the press that Rihanna's brand was still finding its footing. He said, "On Fenty Fashion, we are obviously still in a launching phase, and we have to figure out exactly what is the right offer. It's not something that is easy. We were starting entirely from scratch. Obviously, we have the great help from Rihanna on this, but I would say it's still a work in progress when it comes to really defining what the offer will be. We have successes. We have things that have worked less well. So we have to sort in between the two and really decide what should be the core strengths of the offer in the years to come." End quote. In February 2021, LVMH and Rihanna announced that they mutually decided to shut down operations on the Fenty fashion house less than 2 years after its launch. The company says the coronavirus crisis brought them many challenges that made running the label difficult. All of the travel bans made traveling to Europe for design meetings and production visits difficult for Rihanna. And we all know she likes to be very hands-on and involved in her companies. A previous report by Business of Fashion also claims she was already concerned about the prices before the line's launch. Accessories and sunglasses performed really well, selling out on their website, while most of the original fashion styles remained in stock. The entire website was immediately discounted until they finally shut the website down and deleted all social media accounts. The Fenty site now redirects customers to Fenty Beauty, marking the end of Fenty House. But Rihanna is fine. She's only 34, and one failed business venture doesn't mean this is the end for her. And besides, after the closure, LVMH announced plans to concentrate on Fenty Beauty and Fenty Skin, and jumped on board with her successful lingerie company. Savage X's revenue had grown by over 200% by that point, and they also had increased their active VIP memberships by more than 150%. The lingerie line had secured $310 million in investments into retail expansion. One of those investors is Jay-Z's Marcy Venture Partners. The company opened 5 brick-and-mortar stores in 2022 in the States, and they plan on opening more overseas. The brand is now worth over $1 billion, making this Rihanna's second company to achieve this, right behind Fenty Beauty. But is this really the end of Fenty House? The parent company LVMH never really made it clear if Fenty Fashion was done for good. They only said they'd be pausing the brand pending better conditions without elaborating. But let's be honest, they didn't have the right approach, items were way too pricey, the pandemic happened, and it's also not easy crossing over into the luxury high fashion market, especially after you've already built your fashion empire on affordability and accessibility. I'm sure Rihanna's fashion designs will be back in the near future. Maybe if I'm around on YouTube in a few years, I'll discuss her beauty empire. But for now, I want to hear your thoughts on Fenty in the comments. Like this video and subscribe to Black Femininity TV for more content.